thought about using events and workshops to build your business? If so, you're in luck because we have an amazing woman. Her name is Caterina Rando, and she has built this big, giant business, and she travels all over the place, and she does events and workshops. She's going to be sharing her tips with us. And then, of course, we have our very own Ed Truxell, who's going to be telling us how to use Facebook polls to get information from our clients and to help us build a business that they're actually interested in. Very, very ninja. But before we get to any of that, we have our mindset tip of the day. So get out your notepads and let's go. Today we are talking about how to take your business from point A to point D and the importance of the way that you think. So when you have your 90-day goals, you want to make sure you are thinking more like a pilot, not a steward or stewardess, because here's the difference. A pilot, their only job, their one and only job is to get you to your destination efficiently and safely. If they are concerned with what is going on in the cabin, making sure people have the right drinks, that they weren't given gluten food when they're gluten-free, and that they're warm, etc., they will not be as effective, right? They may not get you to where you're supposed to go. If you're supposed to go to China, you may end up in Russia. You don't want that. So that's why it's so important to have the mindset of being the pilot. If you are a CEO, if you are a business owner, if you are a leader, you always have to remind yourself of that when you're making decisions. Do not get caught up in the chaos of the business. Be able to make decisions quickly. Think of things from a much higher plateau of where you are now and where you're going. And remember that pilot mindset, and you will get there safely and quickly. Well, maybe not safely, but you will get there. All right, we are here with the amazing Caterina Rando, and I am so excited about this topic. I've been waiting for you to come because she's going to tell us how to do events to build our business.
Yay!
And I have to say, I know a lot of people, including moi, who have done events that have cost a lot of money, and you can lose a lot, you can spend a lot of time, have a lot of stress, and it just doesn't work. So tell us how not to do it wrong.
Okay, good. Well, the first thing is a lot of people say, oh, you got to start with a 3-day event. And that's very stressful, very costly. You know what? Start with a 1-day workshop, a half-day workshop. Even a 2-hour is fine because nobody's going to come hang out with you for 3 days when they haven't even met you. Or it's a lot harder to fill those events. So let's invite people to come for a shorter period of time. Because remember, people invest not just with their money, they really invest with their time.
And yeah, and I think if you're saying come for 3 days and they don't even know who you are,
right,
doesn't make sense. So,
right.
Okay, and then the other issue that I hear a lot is that you can fill a room possibly, but it's not the right people.
Okay.
What can we do to alleviate that?
That's right. When you fill your room through ads, through public means, anybody can say, hey, let's go. Those are not necessarily your ideal clients. The guiding principle, the super tip alert that I want everybody to remember is invitation over promotion. So what does that mean? We promote, we do a sales page, we do Facebook ads, we do email sequence, and we think, hey, that's how we're going to fill a room.
Our funnel.
All right, okay, well, you got to do all that, but guess what? I want you to personally identify your potential clients, and I want you to pick up the phone or send them a direct message through Facebook and invite them personally. That way, here's the thing. That's why the reason it works is because they're forced to make a decision. If I'm personally invited, Sheila, I would love for you to come. Please let me know if you can join us. She's got to make a decision. And that's the difference between promotion. We get so much of promotion and personal invitation. It forces the decision.
And also, how often we get invites on Facebook all the time, right? We all do to all these different things. But when someone reaches out to you and they say, hey, I'd love to meet you, right? Building that, we talk a lot on the show about building relationships. Right. So I think that is such a ninja move. I love that. You are brilliant. Okay. So you have your event, you have the right people there. How do you actually make money from doing
Okay.
these events?
So here's the guiding principle. Super tip alert. The guiding principle is at the thing, you're always offering the next thing. Whatever the thing is, if it's a 2-hour workshop, if it's an all-day workshop, if it's a speech, at the thing, you're offering the next thing. And the next thing is an opportunity for them to spend more time with you.
Okay, so let me just clarify on this because I think this is a pretty important part. If, let's say you do the 2-hour event or you do a half-day event, is it appropriate to say, hey, come to my week-long retreat?
Okay, great question. Now, that's probably too big of an ask after a 1-day workshop. But to say, join my 3-month virtual program, or join my 6-week program, or come to my 4-week class, something like that. Now, there will always be 1 or 2 or 3 that will be like, yeah, whatever you've got, right? But most people are going to be more incremental. We want to get more yeses. So make it an easy yes, whatever the next easy yes is.
Okay, so build up. So if you do a half-day event, then say, hey, come to my 1.5-day event or
well,
whatever
I would probably
it is.
say come to my 3-month group program or my 6-week class, or maybe they're ready to work with you one-on-one.
Okay.
The investment has to not exceed the amount of influence you built.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a ninja little thing too. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so for those who have, first of all, let's back up for a second. What type of businesses does this work well for?
This works really well for any personal service business, any business services, anything where people want to learn from you works really well. Any expert business, any coaching business, any professional services. It doesn't work as well for purses and fashion business, although they could have a lot of events to showcase their wares, but it's not, the workshop is not necessary.
That's not, yeah, this is for a different type.
Right.
This is a different approach, business
Right.
approach. Okay, so we know that we're going to do this event. So let's say this is a new thing for us. And we decide we're going to start small, like you mentioned, which I think is fantastic. It's going to be a 1.5 hour, 2-hour event, workshop.
Great.
And never done it before. What type of tips do you have for mentally getting prepared for someone who's never done this?
Okay, the first thing is expect success. Have a positivity mindset. But the other thing is, I say this to ladies all the time. Look, your first one is not going to be your best one. Okay? So do your first one so you can get to the good one, which starts to happen about the 3rd one. But guess what? That doesn't mean you're not going to bring massive value the first time and the second time. And the point is, especially for women, we have this perfection thing. We got to do it perfect, okay? And so you have to be able to let go of that and know it's not going to be perfect.
Right.
And the other thing is, I said to a client today, I said, you know what? Your first group program she's going to do, I said, let them know, hey, it's the first one. It's not going to be perfect, which is why you're going to get this super low price, okay? Take pressure off yourself by knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect.
And the other part of that is when you're authentic like that, and you're like, hey guys, this is my first time.
Right.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to bring you as much as I can. They want to help. They want to support you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just want to shine the spotlight there, my friend, because you said authenticity. You know, I'm not trying to make anybody a razzle-dazzle speaker. It's all about authenticity. I like to tell them to wear their cape. Certainty, authenticity, positivity, and enthusiasm. When you're yourself, the people that are going to be the right match for you are going to resonate. You don't have to be like Tony Robbins or, anybody else.
Anyone else.
Right.
Be you.
Be you. And the right people will be attracted to you.
With that said, that is such a great note to end on. Where can we find out more information about you?
Well, I'm on the web, of course, at twibc.com. That's my Thriving Women in Business community site. And of course, you can find me at CaterinaRando.com, where we list all of our 1-day events and our retreats and our programs.
She's traveling all over, so go check her out and go to one of her events because I know you will get some great value out of it. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Ed.
Yes.
Tell us about your tip of the day, your technique that you have for
Okay. So
Facebook.
we're all business owners. We're all struggling with promoting our business online, especially when it comes to Facebook. Everyone thinks, Facebook organic reach is dead, and it's not. It's not at the end of the day. And so the way you can utilize your Facebook business page, and everyone who has a business should have a Facebook business page.
Mm-hmm.
It's free, and it allows you to promote your business for free. But one thing that you really want to start doing to get to know your audience and get to know what the market really wants from you is utilizing the polls feature. So when you go to create a new post on your business page, it gives you options from just typing out text to adding photos or videos. And for the majority of pages, there's an option that says polls.
Yep.
And it gives you two options, meaning you can upload a photo or add a fun GIF image and give people options. So you can ask questions. What do you prefer, chocolate or vanilla, if you're an ice cream shop?
Yeah, it's such a good way to engage your audience.
Yes.
But also to actually get information. And so I love that Ed decided to talk on this subject today, because for all of you who are building a brand, it doesn't matter if you've been in business for 6 months or for years,
Right.
using surveys and polls can be such a valuable tool. There's a book by Ryan Levesque called Ask.
Yes.
And it's all about surveys. I
that
suggest everyone watching this, if you don't already have it, go get it.
Yep.
And then use Ed's tip on Facebook, because it's free.
Yeah.
It's free and it's easy.
And that's the beauty of it. It gives you two options. It's either yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate or vanilla. Like, you can do this for anything, and it makes it so fun for your audience, and it gives them that quick done. They don't have to even comment. And then you can figure out, I mean, I've used it for things in my business if I'm trying to figure out like what logo I like or what colors I like.
And here's what we're going to use it for today.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me if you like Ed's shirt. What we notice is that he's like, I don't know what's going on with this. I'm like, oh, you have to iron it.
Yeah.
But then, like, it's okay, Ed, because you are a tech guy. You're not supposed to look polished. It's perfect. So
I
let
try.
us know. I think it's really cute. So let us know. We'll set up a poll and then you can answer it.
There you go.
Yes.
So go out there, utilize your Facebook business page, and start using polls to get answers to those questions you don't know right now.
Do you like his shirt? Should he iron? It is time for business news.
Dun, dun, dun.
Such anticipation. Okay, so today
Yeah,
I am going to talk about a book that I'm reading right now.
we love books.
I do. I love books. I'm like a serial book reader. I will start a book and then I'll go to another book. I'm like jumping all around.
Okay.
But I am reading all about Einstein. It's his biography.
Oh.
And what I love about it
Yeah.
is, I've raised 2 kids. Now they've grown, but we went through the whole education system. And for them, they're very intelligent, smart kids. But there were certain courses that were really, really hard
Yeah.
that they didn't enjoy. They hate it. And I know as parents, or even us, going through school, we've all had that.
I'll say so.
Right? So here's what I love. Einstein, he was asked towards the end of his life, some educators came to him and said, what do you think we should be teaching in school?
Love that question.
And what he said was, stop focusing so much on the math and the science and the all that.
Please.
Right? He said, focus on the creativity. That is where huge ideas come from.
Yes.
And so that's what he always, I think, in fact, in school, he was not very academic. He struggled. He had a hard time. But we all know how genius.
Can you imagine
Yes.
how that would change everything for schools if we focused more on the creativity part and really being innovative? And then if you do need that math and science part, then go take that as a specialty class. Like,
Right.
don't make that the center of that. Sorry, math and science people.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I think there needs to be a big shot. I mean, we could go on and on about education, but that's what I loved is that for him, the way that he came up with all these genius ideas is creativity.
Yeah.
And I will say this, I don't want to talk about this too much, but for me, I remember I was at my speech coach's home, and he lives way out in the boondocks, and it's beautiful where he is. And on my way home, all these great ideas came. So I agree with him. Take a break, go somewhere different, and
You have to.
see what happens.
Yeah. I love that. And that ties into what I'm going to talk about here from Ray Dalio.
Dalio.
Ray Dalio. He talks about the he talks about in just 3 words what your biggest mistakes are when you're thinking about your career. And that, like right there, is what caught my attention is, okay, well, what are those 3 words? So in 3 simple words, Ray says that not being selective is what is messing all of us up in our careers.
Oh, that we should be way more selective.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you mean?
So basically, if we tie it back into what we were talking about early in the show about the events and having that personal invitation, that's a selective process. It's not just post an event on Facebook and send it to the masses.
Right.
It's being more selective and saying, Midori, would you please attend my event happening this weekend? And that gives you the choice, yes or no. See how we tied that in with the polls feature that we talked about?
Brilliant. That goes with my Einstein guy.
Yes.
Yes.
We just, that's how we roll.
It's coming out of our ears. But I like that because I think also when you're selective, we talk a lot about 90-day goals and having that big picture, right?
Yep.
So when you know what your vision is, when you know what your goal is, when it comes to making decisions, should I go after this shiny object? Should I go to this event?
Yes.
You be selective because where your energy goes,
100%.
right? Or where you focus, energy flows. And so you want to make sure you're focusing and you're selecting the right thing so you're not too tired and you're actually moving forward.
Yeah.
Instead of backwards.
And that's the thing. And you guys watching made a selection. You selected to watch us, to learn, and to grow, and to take action. So we appreciate that, and we thank you very much for making that good choice.
That's right. That's right. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Mox Life Show. And I hope you got some great ideas of what you are going to start implementing today to help your business grow. Whether it's being the pilot of your business, whether it's looking at doing events and workshops, who knows? But I hope that you found something that was of fabulous value for you. As always, thank you to Collabs for this amazing venue that we get to shoot our shows in. And as always, remember the gratitude attitude. Wake up, think of 3 things that you are grateful for, especially if you are having a bad morning. Change it with your gratitude. Until next time, I will see you then.